Alright, now that it's light enough, today's adventure is we are hunting with our Uncle Jon and his daughter Kylie for elk. There's about 5-6 inches of snow on the ground. We are trying to find a spot we can maybe do some glassing and see what we can see. Come along.
Still a little bit of path, so keep going.
Yeah, go a little further. Those are also famous last words. We'll just go a little further. You know, I'm not seeing even very many tracks in the snow, which surprises me.
One over here.
Only on the one road.
In that pond.
I truly believe the DWR has royally messed up the deer population in the state. The elk herd's a little better, but I think they're working on messing it up too.
How? Yeah, probably take too long or too big of an explanation, but you're probably right.
So a few years ago, we met a retired fish and game guy down in Joe's Valley at Peeps Hole, and we talked to him for a long time. And he was talking about back in the 80s when the state went crazy and gave out like 20,000 doe tags one year, you know, over the course of 3 or 4 years actually, but completely decimated the doe population, which then in turn, you know, limited new fawn production.
Right, so it took out a generation or two.
Yeah, well, he had been hunting. He was from down there in the Joe's Valley or Castledale area, and he'd been, you know, hiking, hunting, fishing since he was a boy,
Boarding down there
and
too.
working down there. And he remembers how it was in the 60s and 70s, and this was in 2018, I think we talked to him, and he said it still hadn't gotten back to about half of what it was before. So he said it totally, completely, for the last 40 years, has pretty much just decimated the populations.
This is a nice little camping spot.
Yeah, no, it is really nice.
Yeah, for a second.
Okay, so we're taking a little break. Nothing exciting has really happened yet. We've seen one deer running across the hillside, some elk tracks and some deer tracks, but not a whole lot for the amount of ground that we've covered. And yes, I know many of you are, going to have negative comments about road hunting and driving. But again, this is a new area that we've never hunted before, and we are kind of just scouting. We've got 2-3 more days to hunt, so we're looking around trying to find some vantage points, some canyons where we want to focus some efforts. So we're just trying to see what we can see. So we decided we're going to just do a little more driving and then maybe stop somewhere and get eat some lunch or something and just see what happens. It's about 9:40 a.m. We started the day at 4 o'clock, most of us. Sterling, I think, was up at 3:30. Tell us why you were up at 3:30, Sterling.
Because I have some siblings that were up until like 2:30, and I woke up when they all went upstairs to go to bed. Well, the one went upstairs to go to bed.
Alright, so other siblings in the house. Steven, what time did you get up?
I wasn't up at 3:30. I was barely up by 4.
I woke up at like 2:30 to use the restroom, and my two siblings were both on the computer in Xbox, lights on, hanging out.
Alright, so we're going to do some more driving and record some more and see what we have. So this is actually a really good spot because we've got, here, let me grab the camera, We've got a deep valley that runs down there, and you have all that hillside over there on the other side that you could sit in glass and watch. Good vantage point. Still kind of close to a road. Like I said, elk like to be a little more isolated, but you can't see it for the snow, but there's a whole hillside over the top of that ridge as well that you can see in glass and view. This would be a really good spot to sit in glass, first light, and watch for animals to walk out from the trees. Deer and elk would both use, that type of habitation. At this point, we decided to take a break and get something to eat for lunch. We also consulted this map, and I took a little bit of abuse from my kids. After this, we continued on our elk hunt, and we will bring you that in our next video. We hope you like this. Please like, subscribe, share, and leave a comment below, and we look forward to seeing you next time.